Hello everyone, for my third video of the day, because I do a bonus one later, because of what I'm seeing right now, so thank you very much for that. And for my third video of the day is gonna be Resident Evil Village DLC. For the name I forgot, but I'll put it down below when I post it. So to describe this DLC before I go into it. This happens after the events of Resident Evil 8, I believe. And you see Rose all grown up pretty much. If you played the game already or even looked by yourselves by this point, that's not too much of a spoiler. But Rose is a key thing in this DLC. And so is Ethan. That's all I'm going to say before I go into the fact itself and the plot. But before I go into any of that, first and foremost, I really want to say thank you. Because of two things. Showing respect on this channel, which I greatly appreciate. And my last video I just made, the short's getting a lot more than expected, and I never seen that number before on a short on my channel. So thank you very much for that, and I am really grateful for all of you. So thank you very much. And in the near future. So all that said with that, and if you're new to this channel, I want to understand what I do. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and gaming reviews. Without all of you, I wouldn't be doing it in the first place. So, if you like what you see and want to check it out, I have a playlist for each one, and I would recommend to check them all out and see what you think. And if you like what you see, please press the sub button down below and go from there. And lastly, sorry about that. And before I go into the context of the main thing. If you want me to review anything, just let me know down below in the comment section, or voice your opinions, and go from there. With all that said, I know it's a little bit longer than expected, but that's done now. So, now to the main thing at hand. To understand this DLC, you have to play the 8th game, and if you've already played it, which I assume a lot of you have, then the whole game is about Rose and her special abilities. Well, this one puts her abilities to the test and faces off with an enemy that her father faced off with. But this special villain tricked her into pretty much wishing her power away with a crystal. And before getting to that crystal, she had to face obstacles, face entities her father had to face, but in a different way, and she had a guide. And the guide, I'm not gonna say who it is, because that's gonna spoil the whole thing. But her father has a part in his DLC, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. And as you see this character and play as this character like her father, we all know she's not that well known compared from the older characters as we played. So for instance, Leon, Jill, Valentine, and many more other characters. And these two are brand new characters who are insane for me. And these characters like meh for a lot of people. And I have to agree to a certain extent, but they aren't terrible characters. And as you play through this game, you'll see what Rose has to go through to achieve that goal, but realize that her powers are a gift, and uses it against a certain enemy to defeat it once and for all, and go from there. And if you never played this DLC or the 8th game, I already said enough to hopefully get you hooked to go from there without me spoiling too much. In a nutshell, I kept a few nuggets hidden away for a reason, And if you play the games, then you understand why I did that. So if you are a Resident Evil fan and want to play this game and the DLC, I would say go for it, because this concludes Ethan Winter's story. Same for Mia's. And most importantly, Rose's story as well. And as we all know, there's a new game out, and it doesn't involve it doesn't involve any of those characters, so far as I know of. So this is the final chapter for all 3 of them, and he had like roughly 2 games to, actually 3 games, 2 games plus a DLC, so 3. So pretty much in a nutshell. As I end it, first and foremost, if you're new to this channel and never played any of the Resident Evil games, want to play this, I would say pick the game out that best suits you, as I did, as I'm playing Resident Evil 2 Remake. And it's always a fun question. And as you play through this game, if you pick this game, if you skip all that first, all that stuff, and see what you think about it, and make up your own minds. So, with that said in mind, I want to say thank you to everybody from the very beginning. Without all of you, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be here. So thank you very much for the love and support. Really appreciate it. Make up as you all. Stay safe. And I will see you on the next one later tonight.